Hello, everyone. So in this presentation, I'm going to talk about a few things that are going to change the way you do Wi-Fi, and AI is very much involved here. So my name is Mika, Hakala, and I'm founder CEO of sidos. The first thing I want to show you and talk about is how AI can complement surveys. So don't get me wrong, nothing beats a survey. So just do a survey when you can, but sometimes you just can't get there. You know the drill. Door is locked, there are people in the room. And what sidos AI can do for you, the AI leverages the measurements that you can actually get. And then we build a model, and we simulate the rest for the spaces where you cannot enter. And using it is very easy. So you survey as much as you can. More is always better. But at least try to cover the open areas. You don't have to zigzag all the way as much as you used to anymore. And if you can hit the corners of the room, that would be fantastic. Here's a demo I did a while back. And as you can see, I was a little lazy on the open areas, so I just took a few walks here and there. I managed to hit the corners of the rooms or the building. And then all these blue frames you see here, there are 10 rooms that I did not enter. Okay, I did not go into those rooms. And because this is a classic survey, I don't go to those rooms, I don't have a heat map for those rooms. Well, I couldn't go to my customers with this, could I? So what I can do then, I run the sidos AI on this, and this is what we'll get. So sidos AI, it builds a digital model, and this is a machine learning term, as you may know, but it fits the measurements that I actually managed to get into this model. And once we have a model that we think is good enough, then we use that to estimate the rest. And because this is not smoke and mirrors, what you could do, and it looks good, is just take the colorful heat maps and do blending and shading and stuff, but that doesn't match the real world. But what we do with sidos AI is that we actually build a 3D model with real laws of physics, and then we use that to generate the heat maps. And because we do that, it's more than colors. We give you a numeric metric, how good the model is. And you can look at that metric and decide for yourself if the model is good enough for your purposes. If it is, you move forward, you're done. Or if it's not, what you can do is you survey a little more. You give the AI more information, more data to work on, and the model gets better and better. So you can always give it a little more, okay? So, of course, the big question, and that's why we are all here, is trying to understand, how good is this? It looks good, how good is it? So those 10 rooms I did not enter, now I have a heat map for those rooms. But is it real? How good is it? So what I've done here is I copy-pasted, just cut those rooms into this slide. So the top row is what the AI says that the heat map will be. And then, I'm sure you guessed it, but I actually then went into those 10 rooms and really surveyed them, just regular survey. And when you compare the two, you can see that in this particular case, the AI is pretty good, actually very good. There's some small differences somewhere in the middle, but again, the boundary between the yellow and the green we are talking a few dBs here. So very good. Here's another view to it. So I selected one AP, and on the left, you see the full survey, and on the right, you see the AI completed survey. And colors match as they should if the model is good, like in this case it is. But the one on the right actually looks better. It's more representable. I could give it to my customer, and I surveyed much less. I did not enter those 10 rooms on the one on the right. What the AI can also do, because we have this model, is that it can improve your predictive designs by a lot. Okay? Let me show you this. So this is a sidos predictive planner, and now the AI has configured the walls for me. So we do, just like everybody else in the tools industry, allow you to select the wall materials from a list. You can say, hey, this is drywall, cinder block, wood, glass, whatever. But a couple things. One, there's 283 walls here, so I'm a little lazy. I wouldn't want to go select them one by one. And the other thing is, it's very difficult to do. I can look at the wall, and I can tell it's probably drywall, but I don't know if it's 1 layer, 2 layers, is there something in between? So rather than manually selecting the materials, I just run the AI on it. And here's the list of materials if you wanted to select manually, but it's so much faster just to run the AI on this. So I've done a survey in this building, I just run it, and now we're done. So anything that you see as blue has now been configured by the AI. And it's not like all blue walls are the same material, but every single wall segment now has a AI-resolved attenuation for it. And because there's no guesswork, it's all data-driven, this is very accurate. Well, how accurate? Let's see. So this is the planner. Walls have been figured out by the AI. Let me just place one AP in there. So in this case, it's going to be a wrist AP, and I set it at 6 dBm and drop it into, I believe that's a game room. So once I placed it in there, set the power, set the channel to 165, and Sidos Predictive Planner shows me what the heat map looks like. And now the big question again is, how accurate is this now? And I'm sure, as you guessed, I went in there and just happens that that AP with those settings is in there. So I just would survey it in real, and now you can compare the two. Remember, one on the left is completely predictive design. There is no survey information whatsoever. Only the walls have been figured out by the AI. From that point on, it's all predictive. As you can see, they're very, very close to each other. Here's another AP, just a sample for you. They look very, very similar. They would not look the same if the AI didn't do a good job figuring out the wall materials. This can be very cool if you do upgrades. Survey with the existing network, use the AI to configure all the walls, and then you have a fresh, ready-made configured model where you can start dropping in your new network. The last thing I want to show you is Sidos micro apps. So micro apps are just like any apps, but they run in the Sidos Wave device. And the one thing I like about this is that you can connect this to an iPhone and use it with the phone, but you can use this without the phone as well. So you can run micro apps here. We have quite a few. There's more on the way. But the cool thing is that now if I want somebody else to do something for me, I give this to them and ask them to do it. I don't have to give them my phone or my laptop, and I don't have to ask them to use their own phone, give them credentials, usernames, passwords, install apps, get cables. I just hand this over, and once the person takes it, the handover is done. And it's super easy to use. I'm going to show you a real quick demo where we do a packet capture, cold boot from the very beginning all the way to the Wireshark, and this is what it looks like. I did not speed this up. So old school clock, I'm an old school guy. Boots up real fast. I select some channels. I'm at home, I'm trying to remember where I might have some traffic. And as you can see, it's not actually very complex. Quite the contrary, it's super easy. And we are game, we're capturing. And now the fastest way to get the stuff out is not airdropping things or sending them or anything. Wave, this device looks like a network file server to my Mac. I just hit Command K, boom, open a file. And as you would imagine, Wireshark comes up. 42. By the way, I did the video a few times. The answer was always 42. I don't know what to think about that. Go figure. So Sidos enables a few new ways of working for you. So AI can complete heat maps for you, open areas. You don't have to zigzag as much, and it paints everything with the colors that are real. And also, if you can't enter all rooms, that's fine. We can probably figure them out for you. AI can configure your predictive designs. So again, especially upgrades or you're planning changes, just survey with the existing network, let the AI configure your predictive design, and then you go and start from that blank, ready configured design. And micro apps, super easy, fast to use, no smartphone needed. Even non-experts can use it. My mother has done packet captures. That's something. And actually, no human presence needed. So you can start a packet capture, and we saw in that one presentation, warehouse robots. I could put a packet capture, duct tape this into one of those robots, go have lunch, come back 2 hours later, and I have a packet capture of what was happening during that time. No wires, no phones, no cables. Thank you very much.